I'm going to clip this right here because I want y'all to hear me. Fathers, when your daughter is coming into that age where you think she's really becoming interested in boys, do not, it's going to be hard. Do not run to the forefront. No. Wait and watch to see how she moves. You might not even need to correct anything, but you can take notes. Pay attention to how she moves. If she moves intelligently, just chill. And then reconvene with her later when it's just you and her in a casual setting, like, yo, I see you did that. That was cool, blah, blah, blah. Did you do this after? Because I stopped watching. Yeah, I did that, da, 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 da. But then I was like, all right, cool. That was top tier. You banged it out. But just continue to watch as the steps get higher. But when you think they're becoming more interested in boys, so 13, 14, right? Do not, I'm going to explain myself after. I'm going to explain myself after. Do not be afraid to ask them on a scale of 1 to 10 what their interest in sex is. And there's a reason I want you to ask that. When you ask it, you're letting them know, one, I'm open to that conversation. I'm open to that conversation. Two, I'm no fool. I know we're coming upon that time. So it's best that we be honest with each other now so we don't have to bump heads later, because I'll already see it coming and I'll already know how to intervene because of these interactions. Do not be afraid to ask your teenage daughter on a scale of 1 to 10 what her interest in sex is. It's scary. Because whatever number you hear, you probably have to add 2, because they're trying to keep it modest for you, because and don't be afraid to go, don't lie to me, because I feel like you're lying a little bit. Even if you don't believe that, they have to understand that you don't just take them at their word just because they're daddy's girl. They get the same pressure a boy would get. Where you going? Who you going with? What time you coming back? It don't sound like that for some of us dads who kind of like know how to conversationally gauge how the event's gonna go. I always ask her, yo, where's gonna be at? Who's running it? Who's in charge? If that person is not a person of respect, do not go, because anything can happen on their watch. That's what I put out there. That's what I say. Don't be afraid to have these conversations with your daughters. Seriously. It's okay. It'll hurt in the moment when you think you hear something you don't like, but it's hard to not react. So if nothing else, get silent and internalize it. Break it down in your mind. It'll remove some of that shock, because when they see that you're not bristle, then they know they'll get the impression that it's okay to talk to you. Even if you're deep inside, you're like, I can't believe she said this. Because I've had those moments. But you can't fall for it. You can't fall for the pump fake. Do not leave your feet. Don't leave your feet. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta lock in. For real. It's a chess game with these little girls. Yo, they crafty, young. Real spill. They crafty. Oh man.